Hey y'all, it's Taryn. It is Sunday, April 19th. Welcome. It is Sunday night. I just got sidetracked with other things during the day, and so I decided to go ahead and do it tonight instead of trying to work it all into tomorrow morning or waiting another week because I didn't want to do that either. I did fun and exciting things today, like I put all my little seeds that I started. I usually start them in cardboard egg crates so that I can just pull it off and put it into something bigger. Eventually I'm going to have to go buy some pots or something, but at least right now I've got them into something a little bigger to see if I can keep them growing. I have some blackberry bushes that I had bought. One of them has one flower on it, so wow, that looks promising. Maybe I'll make some jelly with my one blackberry. It's alright, they're not dead, so for me that's a plus. If I can keep it alive, then that makes them way ahead of the majority. Last weekend, I saw a recipe for dandelion jelly, and it said it tastes like honey and a little bit of lemon. So I thought, well, that's cool. I'll give that a try. I'm willing to try that. So I went out. We're on like 5 acres. I walked all of it to cut dandelions. Four. I found 4 dandelions. Any other time, they would be freaking everywhere. But because I want them right now, there's 4. On the way home the other night, they're doing road construction overnight. And, of course, we had to stop and wait. And it was still light outside. And on the side of the road, there's a whole bunch of wildflowers blooming. And I was looking at them, and Dax was like, do not get out of this car and pick dandelions. He said, if they tell us it's our turn to go, I'm leaving you here. He'd be lost without me, so. So anyway, there is no dandelion jelly. But I took the ones that I picked and put them in a Ziploc bag and put them in the freezer. And I noticed some other leaves from dandelions coming up, so I won't let Dax cut anything right now until I can see if I can get enough. It says you need 2 cups. The way you make it is basically you take the dandelion flowers and you boil them and make a tea, and that's what you use for the jelly. But we'll see. We'll see if we ever get there. Probably in 5 years I'll find that bag at the back of my freezer and go, what is this? But anyway, I did do some stitching. Not a ton, but that's always the case, right? But it's all good. It's all good. I worked on my Solitude. It's my Mystic Stitch. And I went and I looked. It's only 16 pages. Only it took me, 3 years to get the first partial page done. So really it's like 3 1/4 pages. So, because that one page is a partial page. So I think right here where I'm at, I think it's really that I'm like right here somewhere in the middle. Close to the middle anyway. The very middle of the pattern is like 1 block of 10 over in the next page. So I've got to be close. So I think that I'm actually getting into some tree there. Who knew? But I've gotten 5 squares done this month. These take so long. Like I said last time, if there's 2 squares in one block, then of the same color, I'm feeling lucky here. And the difference isn't enough to be able to tell. I lose my, it's like, where was I? All the time. But we're getting there. We're getting there, slow and steady, right? What do I do with the other part of my pattern? Oosty's out here with me. Right now she's on my legs, doing that, remember? She's she came out here and hung out with me this morning, and laid in my lap. And so when I came out here now, she's all, she was at the door meowing to come in because she thinks this is the best ever. She gets to be out here with the other cats, not around. She gets all the attention. See her little paws going. She's purring like crazy. She's happy right now. I worked on my Disney Heroes, I think is what this one's known as. Here we are. I finished up Cinderella. I think last time I needed to finish in her face, and I had to put the blue in her dress. And I came over here and started on Stitch. He's right here. And I started on him because, like, his ear, that's why this ear is all filled in, that was on one page. And so in an effort to finish up what's on this page, he was part of it. So, and I think there's, over here, Rapunzel's hair, I think, is on this same page. It ends somewhere in the middle of Mickey's hat, I believe. But so anyway, I went on to Stitch next. Sometimes when I'm super stressed out, I've talked about it before, I listen to the jazz, like the YouTube channels that have some smooth jazz. And I was listening to that one morning this past week, and I'm trying to think of what it said, I think it said Starbucks. It was Starbucks jazz. I think that's right. It started playing. I thought I was going to walk out of here and right onto the set of a Doris Day movie. Me and Doris and Rock Hudson. It was pretty funny, but no squirrels playing pianos. I worked on my Liberty balloon. That's what I call it. I don't know if that's actually the name of the pattern that's out of this book. It's this one. Yeah, I know you can see that, but that's like a third of the pattern. I don't think you're going to get the whole thing from there. And I still have not taken the tree out, but I have, I did put the man in the balloon basket. He's in the basket. I did get him in, and I started doing the back stitching for the basket, and once I get around to him, I'll backstitch him too. I think I'm probably going to go around and do the things that are on the other side. There's an eagle on like a big bird stand and something else over here. I think I'll do those before I head up and start on the giant balloon. This pattern gives you a false sense of accomplishment, because it's like, wow, look at all that I've gotten done. But the bulk of the pattern is the balloon, so getting all of that done on the bottom really isn't going to mean much of anything. We took the mistress out this afternoon for a drive, and I don't know why, but when we are in that car, Dax likes to have the windows down, even though it's got a better air conditioner than any other vehicle we own. He likes the windows down, and so I'm suffering for it tonight because allergies. Things just keep blooming, whether I like it or not. But it was nice. It was nice to take the car out. We usually like to go take the car and like go get something to eat. We like to go try new places, you know, just go out and someplace we've never been. Or sometimes we'll go to places that are off the beaten path that we have been. But right now you can't do that because nobody's open. So basically we just kind of drove in a big circle and came back home. Out of this Precious Moments, what is this one? So in Love by Gloria and Pat. This one I'm doing this. I have to be honest here. I saw on eBay somebody had stitched this. It was finished. It was framed. They were selling it for like $12. And I really did consider buying it. And I was like, you know what? You're supposed to be making this or him. That takes away from it a little bit, but the thought did cross my mind. So, my canoe is off. These little spots, I put them in. I miscounted, obviously, when I put them in because they are not in the right place. They should be over this way a little bit more. I've had to fudge some stuff. I'm going to probably have to fudge some stuff over here. But this in the middle is the right number of spaces, so I'm not undoing it. I'm not redoing it. I'm not pulling it out. He'll never know. Unless he watches this video or unless I tell him. So, and who cares if the canoe looks lopsided or something, right? My needle's missing. That's never a good thing, right? Here, I didn't have this last week. This is the Quaker Mystery Stitch Along from Linen and Threads. This is through February. I have finished January and February, so March is quite a bit of stuff down here. April doesn't seem like it's that giant, but March is some pretty significant stitching. Like this, and all of this was February, I believe. I believe this was all January. This might have been February. In March, I mean, that's quite a bit of stitching. March is the same way. April is one motif, but it's a big, something along the lines of this, but it's a pretty big one. But I'm caught up to only 2 months behind. And my new start last week was out of Cross Stitching Magazine. It says that the World of Cross Stitching, or www.cross-stitching.com. I've gotten some free things from there. This was out of the magazine, and it, I think I got it off of Listia from somebody, but I did the Howdy. That was my new start for this last week. I didn't do It's Your Birthday, just the Howdy and the cowboy and horse. But I finished it. Whoa. So yay, I had a finish. That helps because not that I'm in the red or anything. I'm doing really well with my Stitch from Stash, but you know, I've gotten some stuff, so this helps put it back. But I have to say, I have an idea of what I'm going to do with it, but I'm not sure. So anyway, I have to say that it's pretty impressive that he is trying to rope while on bucking bronco, because yeah, that's not a competition, but maybe it should be. Usually you don't want your horse bucking if you're trying to rope something. That seems like the hard way to do it. Sorry, the cat was uncomfortable. We have to move a little bit so she can be happy. I think that's all the stitching that I've done. I'm pretty sure it is. I did get in, I bought, it's just a couple of pieces of 18 count Ada. I wrote down on something that I needed a piece of 12 by 18 Ada in 18 count. I didn't write what it was for. I didn't write anything else on the piece of paper, only that. So I bought it. Now that it's here, I guess we'll look and see why I bought it. So anyway, but the lady, they were like $1.99 each, and she had two, so I bought them both because that's pretty cheap. And I just ordered some of the Rainbow Gallery's Ultra Suede Floss. Every now and then I think about it and I look, because I have one of those projects that is not going to be done for 10 years. Earth Spirit, I think is the name of it. And it needs that, and I don't know if Rainbow Gallery makes that anymore. It doesn't really matter. I was on the eBay and I had some, what does eBay call them? Where you get the cash back and you can spend it. I had some of that that's getting ready to expire, so I was looking around and, I don't know, and I decided, you know what, I'll look and see if they have any of that. Every now and then I look. Usually they don't have what I want, but this time they did. And of course I don't have it written down where I know exactly what color I need. I'm kind of guessing at what it is, but somebody had 4 of them. They're all different colors of the Ultra Suede, for like $8 or something. And I figured, you know what, I can't beat that. I have a hard time finding it, so I'll get that. And then I've got 4 chances to have gotten the right color. I figured that's got to be better, right? That increases my odds. She's so happy. She's purring. Her little paws are still going while she's falling asleep. She's just so happy right now. She has brought to my attention, I'm talking about Usti, that we apparently have a mouse problem. But she is on top of it. I am getting tired of finding the mice carcassi, I don't know. It's not as bad when she leaves it and, like there's a whole dead mouse, but she doesn't always do that. The other day she left just the head. So anyway, we apparently have a mouse problem. I'm going to guess out in the garage. But it's obviously being taken care of also. So anyway, what else? I have not updated y'all lately on the dog. She's still doing well. She seems to have her mental faculties all back, which is not necessarily a good thing because she was a pain in the butt before. For those of you, if you are new, we have a Rottweiler who had a stroke in December. She's 11 years old now. It's amazing that she's recovered as much as she has. But where she had the pressure wound on the one side, we finally got that all cleared up, closed, the fur's all grown back over it. But now she's decided once again to lay only on one side, and so now she's got one that has just broken through on the opposite side. So we'll see if we can keep it. Right now it's just a little tiny hole, but it's still gross. Every morning cleaning it out and all of that stuff, but what are you going to do? But she was kind of a butthead before, so she's kind of being a butthead again. Abigail is home right now. She got home this afternoon for a few days. I told Abigail that she has to sleep in the rocking chair in there by the dog because otherwise the dog will whine all night long because she wants Abigail there by her. Abigail was sitting in there, and a while ago Dax went over to say something to her, to hug her. I don't know what he was doing, but he walked over close to Abigail, and the dog started growling and barking. She can't get up. She can't back that up at all, but she did not want him over there by Abigail. So, anyway, yesterday, at the office working, Dax went and checked the mail, and he came back in, and he goes, "This is for you. What did you order?" I said, "I didn't order anything. Let me see it." And it was Happy Mail from Melly Ellie Stitches. Melly Ellie Stitches. Melly Ellie. We all know Melly Ellie. I had sent her a Snoopy book that's kind of hard to find. And when you do find it, it's really not that hard to find. I should correct myself. It's hard to find at a decent price. It's out of print and has been for years. So the price is ridiculous. And I happened to catch it on eBay at a phenomenal price. And so I bought it and sent it to her. It's one that I had. But she's a huge Snoopy fan. I'm a huge Snoopy fan. And so, even though she didn't need to, she sent me Happy Mail. Look at this. Are you kidding me? Look at this. I was giddy. This is a bag from So Much to Love. I've actually never bought a bag from anyone. I mean, seriously. And I don't know if I want to put a project in it or if I'm just going to carry it around and pet it. I don't know if I just want to just carry it with me. But how freaking cute is that? Oh my God. I love it so much. I told Melanie that I was beside myself. I was like a little kid at Christmas, and it's true. I love it. I love it. It is so freaking cute. So that made my Saturday phenomenal. The kids were asking. Apparently Saturday was another party night at my house because there were leftovers from Friday. I don't know. And I use the term party loosely. It's party night. They were a little tipsy, so we're asking all kinds of questions. All of them sitting, well, Abigail wasn't home yet. The other three all sitting in our bed while all we wanted to do was go to sleep, sitting there asking questions, and they were, one of the questions Kirsten asked was, "What was the best part of your day today?" And this was my answer. This was the best part of my day yesterday. Opening the mail and having that. So, thank you again, Melanie. I love it more than you can imagine. I really do. I think that's about all. I have not worked on my temperature crochet blanket. I keep saying I need to, but I keep not working on it. It seems like I have been at the office later and later, so it hasn't gotten the love. By the time I get home, I usually just go to bed. That's it. I don't come home and eat or anything like that. It's been 10 or 11 at night. I just come home and go to bed. But I have booked a cabin by the river in the middle of nowhere on April 30th. That's a Thursday. Dax and I are going to go for a long weekend. It is my understanding that cell phones don't work up there. There are no TVs. There's a fire pit, and I mean, it's a cabin. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath cabin with a full kitchen, and everything, but it's on the river, and we are just going to go and relax. Where we can't check emails, where we can't worry about putting out fires. It's just going to be just let it go for a few days and relax, and I can't wait. I am so looking forward to it. Although, while we're gone, this will be my luck. The dandelions will bloom and then turn into the little puffy things in those few days that we're gone, and I'll miss them for the whole year. If you have dandelions around you, will you cut the flowers off and send them to me? I only need 2 cups worth. This is why I don't usually try to do those kinds of things, because that's how it always works out. Anyway, I think that we have covered everything. I hope that everyone is doing well. I hope that y'all get lots of stitching done. I thank you for your comments. Welcome new subscribers. I thank you for your likes. And I thank you for coming back week after week. So, I guess we'll see you here next time. Thanks, y'all. Bye.